Hello, beautiful souls. Lisa here. And today is day one of, 14 days, however many small shifts, the 1 degree turns that you can incorporate into your life as soon as, like, right now, and start to watch the shifts happen. So this first one that I'm going to talk about today is something that I had in my mind that I knew I needed to do. And then I was in a coaching situation with the wonderful Kate Hemingway. And in one of our sessions, she just asked me, like, there's something you need to be doing. What is it? And this is what I came up with. And what it is just this small amount of time in the morning. For me, it started with 2 minutes, just 2 minutes in the morning, where I connect with myself. Oftentimes, especially before this, whenever I'd get up in the morning, I would start my coffee and then I would get on my phone and start scrolling. And then right after that, I would go into making breakfast and lunch for everyone. So it was very much like I would get up and I would not pay any attention to what was going on inside of me or with me, and automatically just dive into the world, what's going on in the world. So this can come up in a lot of different ways. Like, you can wake up and automatically start serving others. You can wake up and autopilot get into a shower, like you have to, You can wake up and you can start scrolling. You can wake up and turn on the news. And all of these things kind of take your awareness, your power. It takes it all away from you. It's like if you wake up first thing and turn on the news and you see all the travesties of the world, that paints your day. It paints the emotions inside of you. And it kind of like takes away your power, your control, of yourself. Because you're being affected by these things that you consume. Same with getting on and scrolling first thing. You see all these things happening, It affects you. Or maybe you get on up and check your emails, You're serving others first thing. And again, there's nothing wrong with serving others. However, taking 2 minutes in the morning when you get up, without your phone, without the TV, without any noise, just you and yourself, and like, what is it that I'm feeling right now? And I'll tell you guys, let's see. Well, when I started this, I wasn't waking up with such heavy dread anymore, but I was still waking up with like this running like list of tasks in my head. Like, as soon as my eyes opened, it was like, okay, today I gotta go grocery shopping, I gotta go have lunch with Richie, I gotta go do this, do that, the other. And it was just like, you hit the ground running, right? And so it took a minute to be able to be like, slow that down and really just breathe and say, hey, like, this is the important part. In this 2 minutes where you're not on your phone, you're not looking at the news. If you want, you can put on music, because that could be helpful. Especially if you don't know how you feel. You pick a song, it kind of tells you how you feel. But this is what you're doing. You're like, hey, how am I feeling right now? Just checking in. What's going on? And this brief moment of checking in with yourself, like, I can't even explain to you the difference it has had in me. Like, I still wake up most mornings overwhelmed, overstimulated, wanting to hit the ground running with the list running through my head. Oftentimes I'm exhausted, I'm still tired. The first thought in my head is normally, I want to go back to bed. So all these things are still there. And whenever I sit with it, I'm like, hey, I'm feeling really tired still, that's okay. Maybe I had a disagreement with somebody yesterday, and I'm still feeling angry about that. Like, just sitting there with that and accepting it. Like, yeah, I feel tired. I feel anxious. I feel worried. I feel happy. I feel overjoyed. I feel excited for the day. Whatever it may be, just let it be there. And the difference that has had for me, it's like I'll wake up and I'll start the, hit the ground running thing, and then I kind of silence that a little bit. Just like, we'll get there. And just say, like, how am I feeling right now? And I say, it's okay that you feel that way. And then it's like, it just kind of like dissipates it. It dissipates the exhaustion. It makes it so that whenever I do hit the ground running, like, it's me wanting to do that instead of me being like driven to do it. And that's kind of the feeling I get whenever I'm talking about this. The way that I used to be whenever I wasn't checking in and I was kind of like giving my power to anyone and anything that would take it first thing in the morning, is that like you're really driven that way by external. You just do the next thing, do the next thing, do the next thing, do the next thing, not worrying about how you're feeling about doing it. And it's kind of like, if you think about like a parent and a child, right? And the parent is always on top of the child, like, why didn't you do this? 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 Are you gonna do this yet? Are you gonna do this yet? Are you gonna do this yet? That kid is gonna have like this feeling of inside of them, right? And that is exactly what I was doing to myself, starting first thing in the morning. Whereas when I take this 2 minutes and just say, hey, how's it going? Like, what do we want to get done today? What needs to get done? What can maybe wait, Where are we at? What's going on? How are you feeling? Like, it's so much more gentle. It's like the parent that kind of walks with you and helps you do the things that you need to do. Like, picks up the slack. Like, it's just less rushed, less driven. And then it's just made doing things, like, I don't even have to like motivate myself. It just happens. Like, it's the wildest thing. So I starting out with the one thing that I feel has made the biggest changes for me is this thing. And it takes 2 minutes of your morning. You can expand it out if you want to, but honestly, just 2 minutes without your phone, without the news, without anybody asking anything from you. You can like tap yourself, rub your face, like just get into your body, what's going on inside of there, and validate it. Like, it's okay if you're exhausted when you wake up. It's okay if you're tired. It's okay if you're angry. It's okay if you're sad. It's okay if you want to go back to bed. But own it. Sit there with it. Acknowledge it. For just 2 minutes. And I promise it will make so much difference. For me, it took all of like maybe a couple days to really notice. And as I keep building more and more on top of it, it's pretty incredible. There was one more thing I wanted to say. I don't know. It's not coming. But that is the tip for today, is to take this time in the morning before you start your day. I remember now. See? When you're doing this, you could also invite in some like affirmations, like as you're tapping, oh, what am I feeling? You're focusing on your breathing, what sensations are in your body. Especially like whenever we wake up like in an anxious state, overwhelmed, panicky, any of those sorts of things. Something like, what if today is a great day? What if today is the best day of my life? Like, it doesn't have to be like today is going to be a great day, because that might feel like you're lying to yourself, which it's not a good thing to do. But what if? And then it will help your brain kind of start looking for those things. So yeah, try this on. Let me know how it goes. Be prepared to just feel like you have motivation. You don't even need to find it. It's there. Part of what this is too is knowing how to sit with your feelings and be with your feelings. And that is something that we'll be diving really deep into with the Masterpiece Mastermind. And the power of knowing how to do that is like, it took me from waking up with dread every single morning, not wanting to be here. Like, why am I still here? What is going on? Like, the world would be better without me, right? This is exactly the thought I had every single day, until I learned how to sit with my feelings, sit with my emotions, and really feel them. And so if that is something that you are looking for support with, definitely get in touch and we will sign you up for the mastermind, because it's so different. It's so life-changing to be able to sit with yourself, to reconnect with yourself, you know? So that's it for today. Let me know how it goes. Bye.